Good morning, darling. I said I was going to come back and do the Ryan and Clara's video. I want to do it before the show comes on because I want to say what I think the issue is with Ryan. I hear everything you guys are saying in the comments. I agree with everything you guys are saying. They're all possibilities, but I think I have another idea of what I think the problem is with Clara and Ryan, and I just think he doesn't like her. I really think that Ryan does not like Clara. Welcome, Chatty Clara. Welcome back to Church Girls and Faith Girls Want to Get Married Too. My name is Janice, back in the PJs, because your girl is home today, okay? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for your love and support on my videos, okay? Yesterday, those videos didn't do too well. I did 3 videos yesterday. You guys will not treat me the way Lou Chrissy is treating Suppose page. Check my videos out from yesterday where I talk about how to not choose a Chris. Okay, if Chris looks good on paper and we're telling black women to choose better, but Chris looks good on paper, which that doesn't make any sense because you're not going to marry him without talking to him and having him to talk to your daddy. Also, I did the video of Chris, the reaction to Chris talking to his pastors and talking, he wanted to divorce Paige because she ain't pretty, she ugly, okay? And then the last video is the video that everybody's talking about of Chris going after Pastor Dwight. I think his name is the one that married him because little Chrissy is saying Pastor Dwight switched up on him on camera. So this morning I want to talk about Ryan and Clara, and I think he don't like her. Welcome back to Church Girls and Faith Girls Want to Get Married Too. Thank you for your love and your support with my books. Available on Amazon. Thank you for those cash apps. Thank you. I bought coffee yesterday, but I didn't tape yesterday. I was tired when I got home. So thank you. My cash app is below. My Venmo is below. Thank you. PayPal is below. My thing is run over to Amazon, get a copy of my book. I know these books are old, but I have new books coming out very, very soon. So run over to Amazon. Okay. So I'm going to say something that some people is going to get upset about, but if you're honest, if you're an honest person, especially a black woman, I'm telling the truth, okay? So before you get mad, I want you to hear me out. Now, y'all know me. I am all for everybody choosing their mate. I think that your choice for Christ and your mate is one of those very, very life-changing, very important decision that it is your right to make. I don't care if it's your purple. It is your right to choose your mate. And I'm all for love. Y'all know that. I'm all for let's get together, marry who you want to marry, choose your mate, so on and so forth. 30% of black men marry non-black women, right? Now, I'll probably do another video to get a little deeper in that, and you kind of wonder, well, with 70% of black women in the black community not married, chronically single, you would think black men would think more of saying, let me find a sister, SISTA, and marry a sister, okay? However, 30% of black men choose to marry non-black women. Again, I'm all for what you want now. I don't have a problem. You will never get a fight from me saying black men should not marry white women, blah, 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 blah. I will tell my black son, find a black woman and marry her, love her, provide for her, and protect her, because there's so many single black women out here. However, the choice is his. But I will tell him, okay? And I will love her, whoever she is, okay? And welcome her and with the grandbabies, okay? That they're going to have together. Now, when black men, especially those that has the money, the big football players, basketball players, they often marry white women because they think white women are better than black women. They're more cooperative. They're more feminine. They're not argumentative. They will do what you want them to do. They're not going to argue with you, and they're not flashing the head like the sisters and point the fingers, blah, blah, blah. And so a lot of black men who marry white women, they think because they're better than black women. Again, I'm all for it. Whatever you want, it is your life, and you have a right to choose your mate. And so when black men marry white men, will marry white women, they're not marrying the white girl from the trailer park, okay? And I think Ryan got a trailer park girl, okay? I think Ryan and Chris has the same issue in that Chris thought he could get him somebody better than the ex-fiance slash baby mama. And now I'm hearing all kind of stuff to her, and I'm like, I mean, at first, just looking at her picture, I thought, no, child, this girl wouldn't get married, wouldn't get pregnant outside the wedlock, okay? But girl, all this stuff is now coming out about her, okay? And her coming on the show just kind of tell of the character she is, and accepting money allegedly to deceive people to make people think all this time she was pregnant. So to me, I'm seeing what the pastor is saying. You don't know if that's your baby, and the pastor was telling little Chrissy, don't let the past come back and bite you. So I'm making the assumption the pastors know who this girl is, and apparently she ain't no woman of character, integrity, and she ain't no virtuous woman. And so I thought little Chrissy think he was gonna get somebody better. I cannot think of a black woman that's been on the show, to me, that probably would have made little Chrissy happy. Maybe Maya, minus the craziness. Remember Maya that was married to Tristan, okay? She was high yellow with the good hair. Good hair. Okay? Good hair. Okay, I already did a video on the good hair. My hair is not considered good hair in the black community. Please stop the bull crap and the lying. Okay, my 4C, nappy 4C hair that I need to wash, that I took the braids out and I didn't wash it, is not considered good hair. Good hair is Maya's hair because she's mixed. That's good hair. Is my hair good hair? Yes, technically my hair is good hair. I wash it, I take care of it, I clip it, I treat it. It's thick, okay? But in the black community, my hair is not considered good hair. I already did a video on that, so look it up if you have a problem with what I said. Now, Ryan, I think Ryan thought he was going to get an uppity white girl. And right now, I can't think of who's been on the show who is an uppity white girl that he thought he probably was going to get. Chris thought he was going to be matched with, an uppity black girl. And, he got matched with a typical black girl with the big boobs and the hips and the lazy eye and, all this stuff. While she's educated, well-spoken, got it going on, she's not the type of girl that Chris would go out with or marry, okay? Sister Clara over here, she act like, she's not an uppity white girl. She's combative. She's argumentative. She's aggressive. She is sucking the lollipop. And now I'm starting to think, as I'm watching back, maybe Brother Ryan is not eating the cookie, because Sister Clara is very, very happy. And I really do believe Ryan, I still have that other video I need to go watch. Ryan, if his faith is important to him, I know some of you said you don't think his faith is important to him, it's more important to his family. If his faith is important to him, Clara was the wrong girl to be matched with, okay? In Christendom, ladies, in Christendom, the men will sleep with you and then not marry you because you sleep with them, even though they slept with you too, right? And I think Clara is the girl that will spread it wide, drop it open. She's aggressive. Oh, I want you to fall in love with me now. What you mean? You ain't never say love. You need to love me now. I love you and we need to have sex. And I think Ryan is the type of guy he's a lot like me in that I am very careful. I am very mindful. No, we're not going to rush this. Let's take our time and let's work this out and let's get this thing done. Okay. So we have Clara at the brunch with the girls, and she's telling them that she's basically very unhappy, and her and Ryan has a little piff over the what is it, the jello shots. Okay. So here's Clara saying we had our first tip. I want you to listen carefully, okay? It was two of her best friends' birthday, and they wanted him to do jello shots with us. So she's saying they were at the party and they wanted him to take jello shots, and he was like, no. And Claire's like, well, you're at your friends and you'll take the jello shots. And you're like, no, take the jello shots. You're like, no. And basically they're forcing you to take the jello shots. Forcing, I don't like the word, right? Well, they're like offering him. They offered him over and over. Wow, thank you. Apparently when he says no to jello shots, it's a hard no. And so when he says no to jello shots, it's a hard no. Right, because he's the type of man that when no is no, it means no. Don't come back. Don't ask me. You're being combative and you're not being cooperative because I already said no. So why the heck you are asking me again over and over for a jello shot, right? And in the church world, there's a saying that says, do not de-shield your husband in public, okay? Never embarrass him in public. Never yell and scream and act ugly in public. You can do whatever you need to do behind closed doors, girl, because ain't nobody seeing you. Though you need to still be respectful. But in public, you don't do that, right? And so she says, Ryan says no, it's a hard no. Excuse me. And so she said Ryan now has it in his head that her friends are partying constantly. He don't want no party girl that's swinging on the table. You almost 30. You need to be settling down and calm down. Trash, okay? Stan, and he did come back afterwards and was like, look, I think I misread the situation and I'm not always super comfortable around people I don't know. He's like, I find it. And so she's saying, this was a birthday party. Ryan comes back around and say, he's not super comfortable when he's around new people and blah, blah, blah. And I find I hang out, but more comfortably with people he's met before and things like that. And so he's more comfortable with people he's met before. Yeah, I totally agree. I don't know if you're trying to poison me or something. But that's weird. Yeah. And she said it's weird. How's your living situation going? You guys have any things where you're clashing on certain stuff? The only thing that And so the guys are at lunch talking. Yeah, come home to another person. Yeah. Not that you don't want to see them, but sometimes they're like, dang. And I know you guys asked me more about Vinny. I can't. I'm tired. I can't with Vinny, okay? He's a little boy and he needs to go home to his mother, okay? And so we're back over here with Ryan and the guys, and they're talking. And Ryan says, listen carefully to what he's saying, that I feel like Chatty Clara is not catching on and she's trying to rush him. Okay? I am the person that is slow to trust people because I'm trying to avoid the pain of that. And she is very I trust everybody until you give me a reason. And I'm like, why? Right? This Chatty Clara is a typical single woman dating. You meet a man, you automatically trust him, you automatically think he's your man. This is why you need this book, girls. Okay, Clara, trust a stranger. Remember when you were little, your mama said stranger danger? She meet this stranger, she trusts him with her life until he gives her a reason to trust him, and that could be, And Ryan is saying, well, but why? And see, Clara is dating with this mentality that we're married. Let's just jump all in and have sex and love each other because we're married. And he's like, well, no. We basically need to get to know each other. Right? Let's see what else. Yes, keep the buffer. I'm the person that Slow to trust people, trying to avoid the pain of, and she's very like, I trust everybody until you give me a reason not to trust you. And I'm like, why? I'm gonna keep that buffer zone, or I'm gonna control. Listen, I love it. I love it. That's me right there. He took my words. Okay. He's like a buffer zone. Buffer zone, or I'm going to control how much I allow somebody in or out my life. Thank you. That's what everybody should do. Single girls that's dating for marriage. You should have a buffer zone. You should have a control over who is in and out of your life. What was it? Psalms or Proverbs says, a man that does not have control over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down without walls. That mean everybody can come in and out. And a lot of women, single women who are dating like Clara. And Ryan is saying, even though they're married, he's being cautious. We don't know if this is going to work out. So in the meantime, let's just slowly get to know each other. We don't need to jump in the bed. We don't need to be falling in love. I don't need to tell you I love you. None of that stuff. But she's not understanding that because she's the typical woman who jumps all the way in. Okay? I think Ryan is super... Here go little Vinny. What is little Vinny saying? I don't want to hear nothing little Vinny got to say. I'm trying to avoid the pain of that. And she is very like, I trust everybody until you give the reason not to trust you. And I'm like, wow. Perm with the 4C beard. Buffer zone. I'm going to control how much I allow somebody in or out of my life. I think Brian I totally agree. You need to have control. A lot of you don't have control. You just jump in. You meet a stranger and you jump in, and you need to. I won't hear nothing Vinny got to say. You need to stop doing that. Worried for my heart right now more than anything. So here Clara is saying she's worried for her heart more than anything. Like, so we haven't had sex. Huh? You worried about your heart because y'all haven't had sex, Chatty Clara? But you're over there sucking the ding-a-ling, right? Isn't that what you told Pastor Cal? We are getting more physically comfortable with each other, but like for the first couple of days, we didn't even kiss. Okay, it takes time, and we definitely took things very slowly in the figures of the bill. We're feeling each other out, trying to figure out what we were doing. I have had a history of I give every part of myself to everyone and in every relationship, so I don't want to fall too fast and too soon and then like feel like I'm waiting. You're pressuring him and doing anything too early, and well, you hear that? Let me rewind it so y'all could hear. This is the problem with Clara and a lot of single women dating. You give everything to everybody too soon. Had a history of I give every part of myself to everyone and in every relationship, and so I don't want to fall in too fast and too soon and then like feel like I'm waiting around or pressure him into saying or doing anything too early. And so basically you're pressuring him for sex, and you're pressuring the stranger you just met 2 days ago to say I love you. Isn't that what your problem is? A lot of y'all single women dating? Huh? A lot of y'all single women dating. You're pressuring the man to marry you, to have the baby with you, versus, well, I need to get to know him. And he's telling you, no. I want to get to know you. I don't know you. Let's take this slow. What's the rush? Okay? From Clara's own mouth. Sometimes it feels like he's waiting for the rainbows and butterflies and the I love you and the sex all at once. I don't know. I appreciate that he's not wanting to rush into things and wanting to make sure that we are emotionally connected, but I feel like we are emotionally connected, so I don't understand all of it. Because she's a typical woman dating. She want the sex. She want the everything right now versus taking your time, Clara. Learn somebody. She said it with her own mouth. I have a history of giving every part of me to everyone in every relationship. And it's no wonder she's burnt out and tired. Okay, she's a loose woman. And I don't think Ryan wanted a loose woman. I think Ryan wanted a nice, conservative, Christian white girl. And they matched her up with the community loose woman. And a lot of women, a lot of girls out there, you date like this, and you need to be more like Ryan. Buffer zone, control, slow, get to know somebody. Now, the problem I have, however, is it sounds like they're sucking the lollipop and eating the cookie, but now I'm thinking he might not be eating the cookie because, you know, Clara, she's just, I'm going to make you fall in love with me. I'm going to make you have sex with me. And so maybe she's sucking the lollipop and he not eating the cookie, because I just can't understand. She just seems so backed up. And I'm like, well, if he's eating the cookie, she should get it if he's eating it. I mean, she just shouldn't be so congested. I got to go, y'all. I love y'all. Let me know what you think. I love you. 23 times, guys. You might meet the naked wife. In Christ, I absolutely love and adore you. See you on the other side. Bye, darlings. Let me know what y'all think, okay? Love you. Bye.